Alright, welcome to 2023, and there are a couple things in tech that I'm getting super hyped about, especially this year, because this year is when we get some of the really, really big upgrades that we have been waiting for quite a while. So, yeah, let's just get into it. So, the first thing we have to talk about is something to do with Google, because as you know, their Pixel 6a and Pixel 7 last year actually won Marques Brownlee's camera test, their blind smartphone camera test. And it was a publicly available thing, and it was like through this kind of scientific test where they pit every single camera result together in three categories, and overall the Pixel 6a and 7 both performed so well that they got first and second place, which was in fact shocking. The fact that it absolutely blew the iPhones out of the water in terms of camera seems pretty fantastic to me, and that's why I'm really excited for this year's Pixel 7a. Now, the thing about the Pixel 7a is I know with about 60% certainty that the Pixel 7a will have very similar specs to the 6a. I'm talking a 6.1 inch 1080p AMOLED, which will highly likely still be at 60 Hz because, you know, they do still need to keep 90 Hz for the Pixel 8 coming again soon enough. And it's going to be running the Tensor G2 that we all know came with the Pixel 7 and 7 Pro. Those two are fantastic phones with the Tensor G2. They're quick, swift, and bugs are minimal. So I absolutely love that, and I'm really waiting for it to just blow the Pixel 7a into a whole different level of mid-range. And that is why I'm really excited for the Pixel 7a. Like, it just seems exciting thinking about the possibilities with this thing. And highly likely, this year, I will probably try to get my hands on a Pixel 7a when it comes out. Because, why not? It seems like a fantastic phone. Plus, an additional thing is that it actually has an always-on display, which is something I lack on every single device that I own. I'm not just talking about my iPhone, but my Apple Watch as well. So I'm really hyped for this phone. Mostly because I'm a 3-year Apple user, and it's not exactly my strongest suit when it comes to talking about Android, but I am really excited with it for this, and it will definitely launch with Android 13. Right, so the next one right here would be the iPhone 15 Ultra. Yeah, so leaks started showing up right after the iPhone 14 launch. Like, leaks started popping up everywhere. Everywhere you could look. Mac rumors, 9 to 5 Mac, everywhere. Right? People started reporting a possibility of an iPhone 15 Ultra, which would be an ultra premium, super rugged, super expensive iPhone for the iPhone 15 lineup. And this really gets me going because the iPhone 15, I hope that the iPhone 15 will have so many improvements that it absolutely destroys the iPhone 14. But then again, the iPhone 14s weren't that good anyway, so the iPhone 15 Ultra is reported to start at $12.99 US dollars. So that's $200 more than the iPhone 14 Pro Max that currently exists at $10.99. But to ease off a bit of the pain, it will start at 256 gigs at $12.99. This is really odd because, like, I'm pretty excited for it. Surprisingly, actually. Like, the fact that it's starting at 256 gigs now is actually a pretty good move on their part, considering it actually happens. I mean, like, we still have 9 months till the Apple event, so. Now, there is also a possibility that it comes with dual front cameras. If you don't know what that means, it means your selfie game is about to level up with this phone, right? I'm talking potentially an ultra wide selfie camera. That is literally the one thing that was on the iPads that I wish was on the phone, alright? I'm not kidding, right? This could bring center stage to iPhone FaceTime. This is exciting, alright? Like, imagine popping onto Zoom and just having a whole presentation on an iPhone instead of having to get one of these with the center stage camera and just like move around and stuff. No, all you need is a phone. You don't need to carry this thing all over the place. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the iPad, right? But it would be so much better if I could do all of the same things off of my phone. And I'm pretty hyped for it. Not gonna lie. Now, because of the European Union's laws, it will have a USB-C connector, and very likely it's going to be a Thunderbolt 4 connector instead of, a really slow Type-C connector. Which, honestly, it would make sense for it to be a Thunderbolt 4 connector, because Thunderbolt 4 is really, really fast for an Apple device, of course. But, yeah, I'm hyped for it. And the last thing, the absolute final thing on my list here is the M2 Ultra. So, there were leaks of an M2 Extreme, which would sit above the Ultra in terms of the Apple Silicon ladder. But now, most leaks are saying, no, there's not going to be an M2 Extreme. They're just going to stick with the Ultra moniker, and they're going to make it really damn good, right? So, this year we're expecting to see an M2 Pro, M2 Max, and M2 Ultra. So these 3 chips are gonna be super powerful chips with a sprinkle of additional hardware. So, remember the Mac Pro, the 2019-2020 Mac Pro. And when it released, it was the single most powerful Apple product you could buy. And it still is. It still is the absolutely most powerful Apple product you can buy. It also is the most expensive. Which, alright, go ahead. But this year, a lot of leakers are expecting an M2 Ultra Mac Pro. And I'm thinking highly likely it's not going to be that big cheese grater. I think it's going to be more of like a trash can Mac Pro kind of situation. Remember the trash can Mac Pro? Good times. It wasn't that good, but like, still, it would be pretty damn fantastic if we could get a trash can Mac Pro back. Like, imagine just having the trash can Mac Pro sitting on your table instead of under the table, right? Having it just sit on your table, really small, and maybe it will be slightly bigger than the original trash can, but like, just think about it, the possibilities of it. Like, such a compact machine that could kick out so much power. I am really hyped for a machine that can finally do that and not look like a really big box of metal. I'm kind of excited for it. And I'm sure some people in the audience would also be kind of excited, but it's kind of a niche situation. It's mostly pro users that are gonna need that much power. But hey, one could dream. Yeah. This is the tech of this year that I'm hyped for. See you guys in the next one.